So, who is the best captain for Gameweek 9? So, we put a poll out on the Fantasy Football Hub Twitter, and the poll came back. So, we put out Bruno Fernandes, Calvert-Lewin, Mohamed Salah if fit. This was yesterday, before the news of the new positive test. And we put Grealish, and Bruno Fernandes came out on top with 49.7% of the vote. So half the people think, out of those four anyway, that he's the best option. Calvert-Lewin came back with 20%. Salah, if fit, came back at 12.7%, and Grealish 17 actually. So Grealish was quite popular there. There are some other ones. I think Vardy's a great shout this weekend against that depleted Liverpool. So Leicester are lethal on the break. Liverpool will not play. They won't play a deep line. They play a highish line. They haven't got much of a defence. I can see Vardy scoring a goal or two. I got to be honest. What do you think about that?
I can't argue. I think he's got like 7 goals in 4 away games or something along those lines. So Leicester have got a style that really has suited going away and counter-attacking, and I think they've got a decent defence. I think Fofana they've signed looks an absolute steal. So yeah, I can see Leicester scoring and Vardy posing problems. So I do like that shout. The one that I quite like, and I'm sort of toying. The problem is I can't bring him in if I bring Grealish in, and because of my attachments and the fixtures, it's going to be very unlikely that I'm going to probably bring Grealish in. But the player that I really like, and I like his fixture this week, is Ziyech. I think nobody will captain him. Everything for Chelsea, particularly against Sheffield United, went through. And if you look at his form for club and country recently, it's incredible. And I think he's on set pieces. I think he's a really, really good shout. And I think if I had him, I'd be very, very tempted to captain him. When I look at it this week, I think there are a lot of doubts that I have about all of the captaincy options. I think Mane, under normal circumstances, would be good, and I own him. But I think Liverpool have got a depleted team, and Leicester have been very, very resolute, particularly, and have been great away from home. I look at Villa against Brighton, the stats that Brighton have only allowed 34 shots in the box this season. So Villa are going to have to be at their best. Do I see them putting 3 or 4 past Brighton? Probably not. Although Grealish could be involved if they scored 2. Fulham away, whilst I think it's a good fixture, I think Everton will win. The trio the band haven't been together for a while. So will they have that momentum? Will they have that? And they could be a good outside option. And then United, I think it's the home form which concerns me, and also the injuries and what team will he put out? Will Rashford be involved? Will Martial be involved? So there's just question marks over everyone. The one that I'm confident Chelsea will beat Newcastle comfortably. And I think you've got Timo Werner. I would probably captain him if I were you. But I like Ziyech. I think he's key to everything they do. And yeah, if I could get him in easily, I would do. And I could do it, but it means going without Grealish, and I'm not sure I want to do that much longer.
The heart of a head there, Adam, do you think?
No, not really. No, I think with Grealish's fixtures, if you look after this week, we're talking about captaincy just for this week. Yeah. If you look at a prolonged period, Ziyech is going to get more rotation than Grealish. Grealish has got the best fixtures, and I think I pointed out on a couple of pods ago about how he did in the fixtures. I said he scored against Southampton. Obviously, he's done that. He went away at Arsenal, got an assist last year. We know Brighton he did very well against Brighton last year. So I think it's more the difference with captaincy. We're looking at a specific game, and after this game, they've got Spurs, haven't they? Which that could be quite a tough one. So I would I think for this game week, if I got a complete choice of any player, I'll go Ziyech.
I think I'm sticking with Bruno. I think I'm probably slightly biased because I own him, and also it's obviously been really tempting over the week, especially when United have been awful, to get rid of him. But I did have this kind of game week in mind a few game weeks ago, to try and get, I've mentioned a few times in terms of my strategy about trying to get ahead of the curve a lot. And I think actually for the first time now, I look at my team and I think I personally think I am slightly ahead of the curve on a few players here. I'm thinking now potentially of bringing in Jota, for example, whereas everyone else, well, not everyone else, that's absolutely wrong to say, but a lot of people are scrabbling around trying to field 11, and I'm kind of making a luxury move.
I think sometimes you can be so far behind the curve, you're ahead of the curve. Look with Foden, for example. He's had his, you know what I mean? He's had his time. He's had his time. At some point, he's going to come good. Is that what you're saying?
I'm so far behind the curve. I've done the complete circle, have I? So everyone else going round, and I going backwards.
You put up with his crapness for so long. And I've still got Foden technically, but you put up with his crapness for so long. At some point, he's going to come good. So you're technically ahead of the curve.
I'll be bringing in Andy Carroll and meet you next. Look, they're going to be my next moves. Thank you, Adam.
Like those that had Souček, at some point he was going to score.
He was.
It'll be interesting. Like I said, Foden will get points at some point, and you'll go on about it, and then the next week he'll be on the bench, and I'll be going on about it then.
Even if he smashes in 20 points in these next two, it would have been, it would be worth the wait because I can make proactive moves then instead of trying to keep up with everyone else. But anyway, just to touch on what the Fantasy Football Hub predicted tool says in terms of who is going to score the most points this game is very interesting. So they say Bruno Fernandes will score the most points this weekend. Timo Werner, as you mentioned, actually, Adam, is in second place. Interestingly, we haven't mentioned him for a long time, apart from slagging him off. But Aubameyang is in there at third because they got that really nice fixture against Leeds, because Leeds' defence has been horrible, haven't it? But we thought
Aubameyang, I haven't seen them against Villa. They were so bad. I think they've. I think you'd be taking a leap of faith there because there isn't any evidence to say Arsenal just aren't creating any chances. Their best chance they created against Villa was an under-hit back pass. Yeah, that's how bad they were. So for me, Arsenal, I would stick away from. I just don't think they look good at all. And I think Villa actually made them look. They looked absolutely abysmal. So I'd stick away from Arsenal. Stick away from Aubameyang. I think what could happen is over this spell is he might have to come again for a picked up form, and you revisit him then. There's some nice captaincies, but I won't be having him.
I think obviously, the points prediction tool doesn't take into account cost either, which probably. Oh shit! Sorry, I got cramp. I got cramp.
You all right?
Oh yeah, I got cramp in my thigh. Oh my goodness, that hurts. I managed to catch it just in time. Anyway, sorry. We talked about Aubameyang. Yeah, his price probably kind of exaggerates his worth. If he was like 8 or 9 million, we may be having a bit of a discussion. But you're not going to, he's was he the third most expensive player in the game? You're not going to get him.
If you look at his stats, it's just so bad. You can name like about 50 players who got a higher XG than him. Really, he just doesn't come into he just doesn't come in at all for the questioning. So. He could do okay against Leeds. Leeds have been quite allowing this season, but Arsenal, just not creative at all.
Agree. Fourth place was Mane, so you'll be pleased to hear that Mane's in fourth place. And fifth place was De Bruyne against Spurs. So they're the top five.
One of the top five. That's encouraging.
Yeah, so they're the top five.